Now, just a second here. Give me a second. One more time. I'm live streaming on YouTube, Odyssey, and what's this one? Odyssey, BitChute. So Rumble and Rumble. Okay, so I just need to make one little change. If I forgot to do this, give me a second. There's so many things I have to set up. Just to hold on. Give me a second here. I need let's take this one here. Okay, so let's get to the intro. I need to modify the intro here. Is it here? Okay, here we go. Give the proper intro. There we go. LibreOffice plus Llama.cpp integration. Okay, and also I do implore you to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comment. I'd like to thank everybody subscribed so far this month. Keep it up, because the more people subscribe, the more this content gets pushed out to more people, and those people can then share their either requests or the knowledge, and which I'll share with all of you. I will share all my knowledge. I don't keep any secrets. All right, so let's go back and get started. So the reason I came up with this tutorial was because when I was looking, when I was testing OmniOffice, I realized they integrated AI. For example, they had Llama, and then you have the cloud one. So I liked it, but it was a little bit slow because Llama for local hosting, it's it has a lot of stuff. So Llama.cpp, which obviously Llama is based on, is way faster. So then I decided, you know what if I could integrate Llama.cpp myself into LibreOffice. So there's several ways you can integrate it. Yes, I know you guys who mentioned about the web UI. Yes, I'm testing the web UI. I think I'll do a tutorial on that soon. Might be, if it's not next week, it'll be the week after that. However, back to this one, I was able to integrate Llama.cpp. So basically, if you see my system here, Fedora 43. My CPU is obviously, you need to have a multi-core processor. I have the AMD Ryzen 5 5600 GT. So the G obviously stands for integrated graphics. That's when I use to connect my monitors, displays. And I use the AMD Instinct. That one, 32 gigs of HBM2 memory. That one is a dedicated, obviously, GPU. However, it doesn't come with a cooling system, so I had to get a 3D printed fan shroud with a 40mm fan, and I control that manually. So it works fantastically. I have 32 gigs of RAM. Now I don't get to use the entire 32 gigs because of the integrated graphics. 4 gig is reserved for the integrated graphics. And then I'm using something called ZRAM, which is like a cache. It's like a compressed cache. It takes another about 4 gigs and makes it like 8 gigs. So there we go. So basically usable RAM, and plus obviously I have like OBS running. I have some browsers, etc. running right now. So the usable one is usually somewhere about 23, 22, maybe up to 21. So even though it says 32 gigs, I don't really get to use all of that. But it's enough. And then for storage, you need about 50 gigs memory free. Most of that is going to be used by whatever model you decide to use. So yeah, so be aware of that. Now, I'm lucky in Fedora 43 especially. It comes with the Llama.cpp. It also comes with the command line one, I think it's Llama-cil. And then also comes with the Python bindings. So I'm not going to use Python right now, but you can if you want. Nothing wrong with Python. I'm just saying that I want the raw part where I can do myself. But you can use a Python binding if you want to go that route. So the first thing you need to do is, so there's a little there's something you need to do. So the first thing you need to do is you need to launch LibreOffice. Sorry, I was going to say OpenOffice. You need to launch LibreOffice. Why can I speak? You need to launch OpenOffice, and you need to open a socket. So I'm going to use port 2002, and you see it's still the old name Star Office way back. I guess that was from the 90s. But anyways, the point is that you need to do that first. So this way you'll be able to communicate with the Llama CPP or Python, anything like that as well. So when you do that, the next thing, so if you need a firewall, make sure you open it up. It's using TCP. After that, you run Llama and you pick the model you want. You see -M, that's for the model, and then the port, you see it says 20002. So those are the two things you need to do. And of course you could automate this using Python, but if you want to understand what's going on, I would recommend you do it this way. In a future tutorial, I can show you maybe how to create a plugin in OpenOffice that can do all this for you, but this you'll get the highest performance, and you can see what's going on as well, because sometimes, like I said, when I was running OpenOffice, it was a little bit slow and I didn't know what was going on. Was it Llama, was it the model, or was it the integration? I don't know. But so this is one way you can test to make sure that everything is fine. Oh, but I also forgot, you need to make sure you're using obviously Python 3. I'm using Python 3.14, so this will work if you have at least Python 3.10. All right, and then if you're impatient, I have the code here, the sample code. So what happens is when you run this, it will generate the text, and then it will insert it into LibreOffice for you automatically. Okay. Now so this is just a beginner thing. I said I have something. I'll give you a little hint. I might do a live stream tonight where I haven't done a live stream, a night stream where I will show you more other things you can do. For example, you can paste in an existing document, so we can do that. I'll give you a little hint for that, just in case if you guys don't watch the night stream. All right, so I already explained my system here. I'm using obviously Fedora 43. I'm using the GNOME 49, which is a Wayland. And as you can see, my CPU is 6 cores and 12 threads, so that's more than enough. And here are some screenshots. As you can see, the first thing you always do is you need to open up the socket in LibreOffice. So you do that on the command line, or you can obviously make a desktop shortcut for that as well. And then you can see here I run the Llama the model. Now I no longer have the Q6 one. I changed it to now it's actually a Q4. I believe it's a Q4. I no longer have the Q6. So when I created this, it was Q6. And then you see the Python. I just ran my this Python file here, and you can see the request was like, who's the current mayor of Toronto? You see it actually entered that properly. Now you can ask it other things, and as you can see, it did this as well. So this is one option you might want to do, so that especially if you have a markdown file, or if you get the markdown plugin, then it will actually pop up looking much better than this. But you can see, so this displays it right straight into LibreOffice. Now I said I do have a bonus. I'll do that in a live stream. I'll show you how you can actually make this even way better, where it can instead of opening up a new document, it will actually put it into your existing document. All right, as you can see, it answered all the questions, and that was it. So this is the live stream. If I click play here, I do have a bonus. All right, and then I'm going to end it right there. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to check all the live streams to make sure they're working fine, because sometimes things go awry. And yeah, so let's refresh Rumble. I believe Rumble, yeah, Rumble is working. So I'll just pause that. Let's refresh BitChute. Hit play. Yeah, BitChute is working, and I believe Odyssey should also be working. Yes, Odyssey is working. Perfect. Obviously, YouTube is also working. So if you guys want to post anything in the live chats, post that. I will take a look at it. All right, so let's get started here. So let's actually take a look at the Python file. So I have this document. This is the GNOME text editor. So I'm going to show you what the Python file actually, or the script, looks like. It's pretty simple. You can see it's literally only 58 lines. So I'm going to zoom in. Zoom in a little bit more. There you go. So you see we import UNO, the module, we import requests and import JSON. And then here we have our, what do you call it, function or method connect to LibreOffice. We use the try exception. So in the try, we have the local context, which would be the UNO get component context. And then our resolver, we get the bridge. You see this using sun, star bridge, UNO, URL resolver. And we pass in the local context, and then we resolve. You see the port is 2002. So this is going to paste it in a new instance of LibreOffice Writer. And as you can see here, to create the new instance, and then it will, what do you call it? We use this S writer. That's obviously the, you see it opens up a blank page here. And then if there's an exception, it will just print error message. And then after that, we connect to Llama, the Llama.cpp. We send in our prompt, and you see we go to localhost :8080/completion, and then we send a JSON. We expect a JSON application of base JSON headers. So we'll send our prompt. We predict is 512. The temperature is 0.7. You can fool around with these numbers if you wish. Where was I here? And then we have another try exception. So we get the response. Remember, it's going to be JSON. So we then we get the content. We strip from that JSON. We just return. All we care about is the response. We don't care about the other stuff like the status, etc. We just care about the response. So if there's something wrong in the exception here, we'll just return error, could not generate text from LLM. And then after that, in our main function, we have our, we call the connect to LibreOffice. If it's not a document, then we just return nothing. So here you see the prompt for now is hard coded. So yours have to modify the script. It says write a short paragraph on AI in everyday life. And you see it will generate the text based on our prompt. And then from the cursor, this is where it will insert the text into LibreOffice for us. So that's it. Now I can't run this directly because we need, as I said before, we need to open that LibreOffice. We need to open the socket. So you need, that's very, very important. You need to do that first. All right. So I'm going to leave this open because we're gonna come back to this a few times just to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, should I minimize this? Yeah. Okay. I should. Okay. I'm going to minimize this now. Because it's going to use the so the model, I'm using the gamma model. I said I'm going to use the let me go here, show you what model we're going to use. So go to models, chat models. See, as I said, I no longer have the quant size 6 one. It's a quant size 4. You see it's a 7B. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. X, not the code Llama, this one here, the gamma Q4. It's 10B, so 10 parameter model. It's 6.2 gigs. So obviously this easily fits into my GPU and also my RAM. So this is the model I'm using. So it'll be less accurate than the Q6 I was using before, but it should be good enough. This is probably the best for speed and for obviously size, especially if you have low RAM and low GPU VRAM. So this it's a good compromise. It will be fast. So even though I showed you guys last time how you can check to see what your GPU supports. So my GPU obviously supports F64, F32, F16, and Q8. The FP stands for floating point. The Q8 is obviously an integer. So even though my GPU doesn't support, for example, FP8, which is floating point, it would be actually slow if I try to run it. So that makes sense. If you remember when I was using Coffee UI, I was wondering why FP8 was slow. Now I know why, because my GPU doesn't support them. And also, newer GPUs do support FP8, so you can run those type of models. And my GPU obviously supports, I said, Q8, so I could have gotten a Q8 version of this. That would actually be the fastest. However, the smaller models like this one, which is a Q4, even though it's not supported on the GPU, because it's a smaller model and it's quantized, it's still going to be fast. In fact, it will be faster than FP16, FP32, and FP64. So it is worth it to grab this a smaller model. And I said for accuracy, it's probably good enough. And now I want to show you something funny. I don't know if I'll show you tonight. If I do have time, I'll show you some of the weird results I got from it. I think I'll show you that tonight. Okay, so let's get started instead of me yapping. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right here, I'm going to start up the cooler because yeah, I need to control the fan manually. So I'm going to start up the cooler first. Okay, then I'm going to tear off a tab here so you guys can see what's going on. It's just going to be for the cooler. So it's 1, that's the one. So this is the cooler control. If you guys haven't seen this before, this is the GPU, the dedicated GPU, and this is the integrated GPU. So I don't need that one. I'm just gonna, and I also don't need the Wi-Fi card. And this is fan number 2 here. So you can see it's using. Ooh, what happened here? Okay, that was weird. So I usually go to about 50%, and then I hit apply setting. So then when this temperature start going up, I'll hit 50%. The first question, I don't actually need this. It's so fast that the fan is barely, it doesn't even heat up the CPU at all. All right, so then we go here, and then as I said before, we need to start LibreOffice with socket number, port number 2002, the UNO socket. So I have this command here. It's the one you see, it's LibreOffice. The one I want is Writer. We accept the socket, host, localhost, port 2002, URP staroffice.component contact. So that's needed. So after that, I just press enter, and you can see it's opened it up here. Okay, so there's so much stuff going on. So this is actually not needed anymore. In fact, it's so not needed. I'm just going to put it here, but it actually, you know, I'm going to minimize it because it's actually not needed. I mean, it's needed. I need to keep it running. But what I'm saying is that I don't need it to. I don't need it. You don't need to see it because it's going to be opening up a new window and actually pasting the result there. So that's what I'm saying. We don't need it. So this is running. Okay, and then. Here I'm going to start the Llama server, and if you remember this model, again, it's the Q4 version. So I'm going to start it, and I'm going to start it on port 8000 because that's what our, there we go. So you see I just use the absolute path. So this has this will run. This is going to run the Llama-server, and it's going to open up the model. That's the -m here, and you can see now it's running. It's waiting for results. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit here because this does not need to be that big. Oh, I shouldn't have started it there, but that's fine. So then what I'm going to do is I need to run the Python file. So yeah, so you can see it says hello and hello there, hi there, and so it's ready. It's listening on port 8080. All right, so I'm gonna put this one here, and I want to put them close to there, here, right here. So I'm gonna clear this up, clean up, and clear. If you remember, we have our Python file in here. So all I need to do is just type Python and run that file, and guess what will happen here? So watch the temperatures as well. So you see it's open this guy up, and you can see the it's already I'm watching the temperatures here because it's finished. It finished that quickly. You see what I did here? It says artificial intelligence AI has seamlessly woven itself into the fabric of everyday life, blah 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 blah, all this stuff. So it was able to write a paragraph just like I requested it to do. So this is fantastic. I did some testing to let you know. So the book I wrote, I was hoping that AI will help me. It did not. However, I got some weird results. I said I'll show you that tonight. It's funny. It was writing in different languages. It was writing in like Indonesian, then it was writing in Chinese, then in French, and it basically just. I can't even use the word hallucinated. It was just not following instructions, so that ticked me off because I was trying to get some ideas. Basically, I wrote a business book, and it's a business guide, how to start a business during a recession. So I was trying to, obviously I started my business during a recession in 2009. So now the thing is, I'm not one of those people who tells you that I did it this way and this is the way it works. So now what worked for me obviously might not work today, right? So especially if you're younger, I'm sure most of you are younger than me. The point is, I wanted to write it in a way that you can follow what I did in the past. However, with a twist in that you can use a modern. For example, like when I started the business, I was advertising on Kijiji and Facebook, right? Not a Facebook, Craigslist and Kijiji. Now, those ones are they're not popular as the way they used to be in the past. So meaning that I get zero business from those platforms now. So what I'm trying to say is that if I tell you guys to advertise on Kijiji and Facebook, not Facebook, what I can say, Kijiji and Craigslist for free, you guys say, hey, wait a minute, now it's paid. Yeah, first of all, it's paid, and number two is it doesn't give you the results like it gave me back in the day. So that's what I'm trying to say is like I wanted some ideas so that I can go and then research to see how you can run a business today similar to how I did. And I said the thing completely hallucinated. So I found out later, I mean, it says right there in the name. You see, the problem with this model is that it's the model is it's for writing novels. If you want to write a novel, it's perfect for that, but I was not writing a novel, I was trying to write a guide. So it's not very good for writing a guide. For example, you can even tell right here. You see, I asked about AI, and it says, artificial intelligence has seamlessly woven itself into the fabric of everyday life. That's actually a pretty good sentence. Often operating behind the scenes. Okay, then it says, from personalized recommendations on our streaming platforms and the intelligent spam filters in our emails. That's actually pretty good. To the voice assistants that answer our queries and the facial recognition unlocking our smartphone. Very good. Then it says AI subtly shapes our interactions and conveniences. Its algorithms analyze vast data sets, learning our preferences. That's actually pretty good. Ultimately making daily routines smoother and more efficiently, and intuitively personalized. Whether we consciously recognize it or not, AI is a constant companion, silently enhancing countless aspects of our modern existence. You see my point? It is like hard coded to write things in a novel way instead of, for example, as a guide, right? So that's the problem with this model. Now, so would I use this again? If I was writing a novel, or I guess if I was trying to write a script or a story, I would probably use it. But I'm saying is because I'm a programmer, I would not use this for that. I'm saying is for if you're writing novel type stuff, it's fine. So I'm gonna leave this open just to show you what happens. So I'm gonna leave this open right here, right there, just so that you can see the temperature here. So let's go and edit the Python file here, and we're gonna ask it another question. Let me see what time it is. Oh, time is going so fast here. All right, so let's ask it another question. One of those usual questions we always ask is like, hopefully I have it here. Yes. Who is the mayor of Toronto? This one is a very simple one. It does actually pretty good with this one. So you see this one is right short work of AI in everyday life. So this one I'm just going to change the prompt. Who is the mayor of Toronto? Make sure I save that. Go back to your command line here and just run it again. You see, it says the mayor of Toronto is Olivia Chow. It's so fast, right? So that's what I was trying to say is that if you're able to integrate it, it will output really fast, because obviously it's a faster model, and this model has actually impressed me in that it's the first model where I didn't have to train that actually correctly found who the mayor of Toronto is, Olivia Chow. And I said, you see, to open up another one. Now, if I was writing a book, this is actually not too shabby, because sometimes the chapters can get very big, especially when you're using LibreOffice Writer. So you can then, I'm going to delete this one. And I can delete this one because I said it's going to open up a new one for us as well. I don't need to save it, but you can. So next is, let's go and ask it the PHP code. Now I said it would probably be better if I also installed the plugin, the Markdown plugin, because remember, everything is default here. So the next one is I need a PHP code snippet to connect to a MySQL database. So let's see how quickly that one goes as well. I should probably have timed this. And you see it open this up. I'm just checking the temperature here. If the temperature goes above 60, I want to be able to click this. Yeah, see, it's done. It's fast. You see how fast that is? Really fast. So let me put this here so you guys can see it. Oops, I don't need this one. Yeah, so it's pretty fast, as you can see. Obviously it's using, I said, Markdown, but this is PHP, meaning that you're supposed to syntax highlight this part in PHP, and it's correct. You see, it has the proper syntax, everything. I can tell it's using the PHP data object. That's perfectly fine. And then it explains everything here. Not bad, pretty good, very, very good. Now, if you don't know, this is all Markdown. So I'm saying that if you put it in a Markdown editor and then paste it into here, it will come out pretty fine. All right, so let's close that one, and let's ask it about the GNOME desktop environment. That's what this tutorial is about. We'll go back to our code here. We'll change the prompt. Go back to the command line and run it. Oh, forgot to check the temperature here. So it's temperature. It's done. So it's done. See, it says, unfortunately, I can't directly provide a 1080p screenshot of the GNOME desktop environment. I'm a text-based AI. I can't interact with or generate visual outputs like screenshots. However, I can guide you. So it went to the GNOME's website open. Oh! This is a really good answer. Wow, this is a really, really good answer. That's actually smart. It tells you to go to the GNOME website and look for screenshots there. And promotional material. That's a very good answer. It says descriptions of GNOME, go to this involved feature GNOME. Oh, that's number 2 is also very good. Number 3, technology blogs and review sites. Oh, another good answer. Image holding. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Wow. I gotta admit, that is a really good answer. My mind is blown away. That's a really good answer. Wow, that is a really, really, really good answer. All right. So let's see about the Kotlin code. This one is, you know what? Let's see what's going to happen here. The Kotlin code to open a camera using the Camera 2 API and place the camera view on a texture view. Let's see how it's going to do here with that one. Now, it's not a coding, so I'm checking the temperature here. Okay, the temperature is going up, so I don't want to take a chance there. Okay, it's done. So I'm going to leave, okay, so I can go back. I'll go back to 2 here. Yeah, you see how fast it is. It is really fast. So that's the, and I said if it was Q8, it would even be faster. So if you look here, it provided some code. The code actually doesn't look too shabby. But so I don't know what to do here because this code is actually not bad at all. But it looks like it's, okay, so the problem is this code has been clipped off. So this code was not going to work. It's been clipped off. Now you may wonder, what do you mean? How do you know it's clipped off? So let me explain. Oops. I'll explain how I know it's been clipped off. So first of all, I've run a lot of Java and Kotlin stuff. So I know this import, there's something missing. I can tell. Yeah, if you ever work with Java, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we have the camera host activity. That seems fine. the override. So this one closes here, that's fine. Then you have the private fan set camera view. So you see it has the opening parentheses here, but there's no closing parentheses. So it's been clipped off. So this one is obviously a fail, but I have gotten it to, probably I need to make the context a little bit bigger, and then it will be fine. So we can try that maybe tonight or something, and I'll show you, I said I'll show you a sneak peek of what I've done. So I can't fail this one yet. I think we'll run the code tonight. Okay, so then the last one is a Blender. Let's see what it does for Blender. So I use the same thing. Okay, so I've saved that. Go back here and run the code. Okay, the temperature there is going a little bit high. Yeah, it's going, so it jumps very quickly, so I don't want to take a chance. Okay, so it's pretty quick. So it says it's not possible directly to provide a fully functional Blender blend file for a complex animation like fire within this text-based framework. Blend files contain structured scene data, assets, and code executed within the Blender's environment. However, I can meticulously guide you through the essential steps and concepts to construct your fire animation in Blender, empowering you to create the blend file yourself. So it explains how to do this. Now, most of this information is usually old, and it doesn't work anymore. So usually it's for Blender, probably like 3 series or something, because most of this were trained during the pandemic, so they don't know how to run others. So it does mention the principal BSD, so that's actually fine. The shaders, turbulence, there are way faster ways to do this, but yeah. So I'm not going to I'm not going to follow this because I said it's highly likely it's not going to work. And again, it was clipped off. So this is because I didn't make the context window big enough. That's why it got clipped off. But this one doesn't matter anyways, because this part's not going to work. But I just wanted to show you that how you can easily integrate Llama.cpp with your LibreOffice. Now, of course, there's so many improvements that you can make this into a plugin. You can also have, you can have somewhere where you select something and then ask it to, expand on it. There's so many things you can do. But this was just a simple one. You see, I probably didn't even need to use Python. I could simply have had it just output the stuff myself. But that's one way you can use this. So you see, it's much faster. I didn't even really need the fan here. I could simply have done without it. So I don't need this anymore. So I'm going to actually close this, the cooler fan. All right. So yeah, so you can see it does work. Before we end this, let's one more time. This is the code. So we don't need the code. I'm actually going to let's undo everything we've done so far today and close it down. I'm going to go to the command line and show you what everything looks like. So if we go back here, you can see how many tokens it used. Let me zoom out a little bit more. So you can see the completion, the prompt, and the slot size, and all of that stuff. So you can see everything, how many tokens it used. So not many. I said the context window is pretty small. So if I increase that, then I'll be able to it'll be able to a big one. So for example, I think here it used 4096, so that's too small. I should probably double that. That should be more than enough. Yeah, so there we go. And the evaluation time and all that stuff, obviously, because it has to open up a new window, that's how it works. Now there's this one here. Can I leave it running? I can't remember. All right, so there's also, it says I have a new comment. From where? Where do I have the comment from? Please market equity, suggesting Ripple crisis. Okay, somebody called Strong Buy. Okay, somebody Strong Buy put something in my BitChute. Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. I guess it's market conditions, what to buy. Okay, whatever. Anywho, yeah. So as you can see, we ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prompts, and you see how quickly it was able to put it. It didn't really bother the GPU that much. I don't need this anymore. I can actually close this. And what was this one? Oh yeah, so this is the LibreOffice, the socket, opening the socket. So as you can see, that's basically what we did today. Now, for some of you who are not able to join the live stream, I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what I was able to do. So I have this here. You see I have one which continues, meaning that if you ask it a request, let's say the request is too long, it's able to continue. And you see I'll open up this test document that I was able to, basically I type something like a kingdom far away, and then it would generate the next paragraph. Then when I run the continue, it would take the previous paragraph and then continue and then continue and then continue. So I was able to generate this here as well. Now, this is not a problem. I said when it comes to writing, this model is really, really good. I think this was the Q6. Yeah, this one I did this one when they don't have the Q6 version. So so the quality is probably going to be a little bit worse than this. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Where was it? No, you know what? I'll show you that tonight. The output it produced in different languages. That is actually pretty funny. All right, so let's finish this up. I think I'll leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it here so you can see it was AI generated. All right, so let's. Oh, that guy is still running. Maybe I should. Did I close it down? Oh, I still have it open. You know what? I know where to end this. Come on, why can't I? There we go. I know where to end this. Let's do not save. Let's run this again. Perfect place to end this guy. There we go. Now zoom in. Okay. LibreOffice doesn't seem to be very responsive, but there we go. All right. So as you guys saw the results for the Mayor of Toronto PHP code snippet 1080p, really great answers, all perfect. I couldn't test the Kotlin because the context window and the blend file. I couldn't obviously again because of the context window, but I think this one is a little bit of a fail. But anyways, very good answers overall. All right, so if you're interested in learning more about Python or AI development, you can check out my resources. I have a book called Learning Python. It's available on Amazon. The link is also in the description. I also have courses. My course is Learning Python. It's available on jamboshop.com. The link is also in the description. And finally, I also have some services. If you need one-on-one assistance or want me to help you install LibreOffice or Llama.cpp, available for personal tutorials and service requests. One-on-one Python tutorials at jambo.com/contact. Links in the description. And for LibreOffice Llama.cpp installation and migration at jamboservices.com/contact. And one more time, again, I implore you to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments because it helps the channel grow. In that, the more people subscribe, the more the content is pushed out to the algorithm, push it out to more people, and those people can then join and they can post requests or share information, which I'll share with all of you. So I said, vast majority of this AI stuff I did obviously learn myself, but I'm saying is some viewers and subscribers helped me along the path, especially with the Comfy UI stuff. I'm actually very good with it, and I was on my own. I was able to go and find some more information about Comfy UI, and it helped me. I was able to use the information the subscriber provided me, and then I could go check my GPU and see what my GPU is capable of and what it's not. So then I was able to fine-tune it in a way. I'm saying that I knew why it was slow for some things. I understand that now, and obviously when I pick models, I fine-tune them for my particular needs. Oh, I just realized this. You see what I was trying to say right here? You see this part, it says, this intelligent algorithms often operating behind the scenes learn from our interactions, and you see it puts some kanji, this is simplifies Chinese, and evolve. So you see it put this one here, Well, clearly I asked it in English. You see my point? It does this. It does this stuff. So I don't know if it's that mode of the Q4, but there we go. You see, it does this thing. Just randomly put something else in there, which is like super weird. It just randomly just puts like some completely different language. All right. Yeah, so if you wanna, I also have some other recommended resources. If you're thinking of getting the SpaceX Starlink residential service, use my referral link. You'll get a massive discount, and I'll get 1 month free. That's one way you can help me. I have the Honeywell HeatBud personal ceramic heater. It's available on Amazon. This is an affiliate link. If you use this one, I'll get a commission, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. I just get a commission. So if you're thinking of getting a space heater, especially the temperatures are dropping now in winter here, get this one. I highly recommend this. I'm actually using it. You see, it's right. I have one myself. It's right here. Yeah, this helped me save a lot of money last winter. I was able to keep the temperature down at 16.5 degrees and use this in my personal space, like right here where I'm working. And right now, for example, all of last month in October, I didn't switch on the heater. I was just using this guy if I need a little bit of a boost, and so that means I didn't have to pay any propane costs in October. And for November, obviously, I turned it on and I set it at 15.5, and this guy is still working extremely well. Right? It's not meant to obviously heat up the entire room, just your personal space. That's all you need. Why would you heat up the entire room? That's a waste of resources. All right, and then I have my novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. It's by me. You see my name there, Edward Ojambo. There we go. It's about a scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind, and he has to regain control of his mind and the AI system he created. This is the back, as you can see. It's a real. This is the. You see, it has pages in there. This is the paperback version. There's also an ebook version. Both are very affordable. I made them almost at cost. So this one, the paperback version, is mostly for shipping and printing costs. Ebook version is for storage cost. If you do have Kindle Unlimited, you can get the ebook version for free. So pick it up if you have the means and let me know what you think. And then, literally, I think just 2 days ago or so, I have a new book. It's called The Recession Business Blueprint. Now that one will help you. I talked about it a little bit earlier today. That one will help you if you're thinking of starting a business. The best time to start a business is actually during the recession. And I'll explain to you why briefly. Is because during a recession you have to be very lean, meaning that you won't have you won't be able to spend as many funds as during the good times. So those concepts and those skills you learn during the lean times will help you during obviously the next lean times, or during when the times are getting better. So if you're able to survive, that be one of those life skills which you can take for the rest of your life. So you can always start a business at any time. The best time is usually during recession, because you will learn literally the hard way how to stand during the lean time. So that's a great skill to have. Obviously, during the good times, things are easy. You can easily get funds. Expansion is easy. So my point is that when the recession comes, you won't have the knowledge on how to handle it. So all you need is the best time, I said, is always to start it during the recession. So this is a blueprint. I have lots of tables there, and I explain how to start a business. Any type of business. It could be a service business or like physical business. And don't listen to people who tell you that, oh, you need an office, you need to rent a warehouse. No, you can start your business from anywhere. I started my business when I was in the condo. So there you go. So and especially these days, to start an online business, it's much easier as well, because one of the things I didn't have when I started the business is, for example, people are more open to do video conferencing, right? When I started, it was very hard to get people. I had to physically go meet them in person. Most of them were way older than me, but even talking the phone was hard for them. But that's fine. So all I'm saying is that you can start a business anytime, and they also give you some tips on what type of businesses you can start today. So pick this up if you do have the means as well. It literally just got released like 2 days ago. I haven't had time to start advertising it, so I'll talk about that in the future. If you don't know more about me, I also have the bio in any article. It's a bio. I'm a software engineer. I'm gonna go more into consultations as well soon. So I might update this, but I still do freelance programming. If you need help, migrating, or I said especially consultation, you can contact me. So I have a book page. It's on Amazon here, and then my ojamboservices.com link, and then the courses are on ojamboshop.com. All right, and then if you have other ways to contact me, the best way to contact me, I said again, is ojambo.com/contact. But you can go any of the websites. There's a contact page. You can use that if you wish. And then the channels where I do live streams: Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, and YouTube there as well. You can just click the link there. And then other ways, you can also put a comment in the, for example, this article, when it's still open, I think it closes after 10 days or so. But you can put a comment. That's another way you can reach me, or write in the channel, the live stream, or just put a comment underneath the video. I will take a look at it. But I said the best way to contact me is always use the contact forms. That's the best way to contact me. All right, guys. So I'm gonna check the live streams to see if there's anything else besides strong buy on BitChute. No, nothing in Rumble. Nothing in Odyssey, nothing in BitChute, nothing in YouTube, which is perfectly fine. So I will see you guys in the next one. So be sure to come back at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll do a live stream. And for the rest of you guys on the podcast and tech rant, what we'll do is I'll take the night stream, and then I will convert it into a regular video, and I'll post it there. So don't worry, you'll get the content as well. Okay guys, that's it. Bye for now. See you later. Bye now.